Hey YouTube, welcome back to a special episode on the Lincoln Williams Show, and today's going to be another top 10 list. Before I get into this 10 list, I wanted to let you know that I just love my wife so much because what she accomplished this week was that she got her driver's license. And for me, um, for my wife, getting a driver's license is a really big deal for us because we can go wherever we want. We can go wherever we want, and she has the freedom to do whatever she wants around McCall too, um, and stuff like that. So it's a really big deal for us. And thank you so much for, praying for her for over the weekend. For those of you that did, that prayed for the success of her getting her driver's license. And thank you so much for that. And and what we like to do every month is we like to celebrate our 4-month anniversary. So this month, what she did, last month was the third, was September. The last month in September is when I got her brand new a TV from my old business downstairs, down in the old Replay Retro Center. So I brought that up. So, and what she did for me was she pre-ordered something, and I was like, wait, I was like, so I was trying to figure out what the surprise was that she got from Downey, and it wasn't from the other shops down there. It was actually an online purchase that she did. And what I was telling her, and she was all like, "What was the game that you were trying to get? What was one of the Mario games that you were trying to get?" And I was like, "Well, Mario Brothers Wonder." And lo and behold, she pre-ordered that sucker like that, and I was like, what? I was like, what? So, gosh, I love my wife. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I love my wife to celebrate our like 4-month anniversary as a married couple. And it's just been very good. She's been lovey-dovey over the last, over the last little bit. And I like it when she's lovey-dovey, and she gives me plenty of love every day. And I was very impressed about getting a driver's license, and knowing that she's that she cares for me, and she loves me, and stuff like that. And you know i'm I'm shocked that she did this for our 4-month anniversary. And we're still in the honeymoon phases of our relationship. But yeah, it's like somebody said that you're not out of the honeymoon phase until a year later. So, thank you so much, thank you so much, honey, for donating towards my game collection, because these Switch prices are gonna skyrocket. I guarantee you, um, someday. And you know, anyways, thank you so much, honey, for getting your driver's license. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thanks for the pre-order. and I was gonna get it day one, but you stepped in and you just she just she just knew about it. She just knew about the one game that I was anticipating like all year. Not all year, but not as much as Zelda, but it's still pretty good up there. It's yeah. So Super Mario Brothers Wonder is like a combination between Super Mario Brothers Wii and Super Mario World, but it has some different elements going on within the game. So, anyways, let's get on with the top 10 list. So, uh, so these are the top 10 best games of all time created by me. By the list was created by me. All the opinions about here are my own. And let's get on with the list. So, starting off with number 10. Let's see, number 10. We're gonna start off with a creation game. These are the top 10 games of all time. So buckle up your seatbelts because it's gonna be a bumpy ride. Yeah, so like a roller coaster ride. So number 10, and at number 10 we have is a creation game known as Gary's Mod. Gary's Mod is one of the best creation simulators that I've ever played. It's one of the best sandbox games where you can create almost any modification to anything. Download the You can download like these packs, like these weapon packs or character packs, and you can just use them throughout your entire experience. So Gary's Mod is really really good. Um, so yeah, Gary's Mod is good, but it could get scary with those Weeping Angel mods. So make sure to turn on your flashlights and try to survive like 3 rounds of like see how long you can last. Um and you can only have like 3 seconds to look at the angel and you gotta look away and you gotta run. All that stuff. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So you can have like Nico Bellic from GTA 4 holding um a AK-47 shooting a Skyrim dragon. So it's pretty good. So it's pretty good. So Gary's Mod, highly recommend it. Get some games for it and play it on PC. So that's my favorite PC game of all time. So yeah. So and at number nine, let's see. Going back towards the PS2. Let's go back to the PS2 era. Now, growing up, I loved this game growing up, and now it's on the Xbox One and the Xbox Series S and the Xbox Series X. And playing it back on the PS2, I had a really good relationship with this game. I mean, I loved this game with my cousins, and that was Star Wars Battlefront 2 2004. 2004 edition of the game. That was really, really good. So Star Wars Battlefront 2 2004 for the Xbox and PlayStation 2 and PC. So it was very very good. That game was so good. It was one of the best Star Wars games ever made. Um, but yeah, so go check it out. It was very good back in the day. and I highly recommend it for any Star Wars fan to go play it again. It was very rememberable. Um, so yeah, it was very good compared to Star Wars Battlefront 2 EA edition back in 2018, 2017. I don't know. I don't know what the I don't know when that game launched back like the EA edition of the game, but Star Wars Battlefront 2, it's a good time. Yep. So um and at number 8 we have and at number 8 we have let's see. Let's get some classic games in here. And at number 8 we have Donkey Kong Country. Donkey Kong Country 1 has a really special place in my heart because it was my grandfather's type of game that he enjoyed. Um it was very, very good. Um it was very, very good. Um so yeah. Uh Donkey Kong Country 1 was one of the very best Donkey Kong games. It's my it's probably my favorite Donkey Kong game of all time. But some of you may go for Donkey Kong Country 2. But Donkey Kong Country 1 was a really special place in my heart as a Super Nintendo player because now you can play it portably through the Switch or a Super Nintendo portable or something like that. Now the game is very accessible nowadays, and it's really it really holds a place in my heart because all the hidden secrets and all the music. Oh my gosh, the music is so good in Donkey Kong Country 1. It's it's pretty good. So it's I highly recommend if you're a Donkey Kong fan that you would play Donkey Kong Country 1. So like me and my granddad did back in the day. Too bad my granddad has passed, and so has my grandmother. But my Auntie Donna, she still lives on, and you know she'll play that sucker anytime. She'll play Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo. Maybe with my wireless Super Nintendo controller, not with the Switch controller, because that was a little bit confusing with for her and all that stuff. Um, but anyways, yeah. So, yep, yeah, keep playing Donkey Kong because that's one of the best games ever made. So, Donkey Kong Country. So, and at number 7 we have let's see, we have oh, what is it? Uh, let's see. A modern racing game. This is going to be a tough one. A modern racing game. Well, my favorite racing game that I spent so much time on when I was a kid was Need for Speed Carbon. Need for Speed Carbon was such a good racing game. It was such a good racing game, but some of you may prefer Need for Speed Underground 2 because it had no cops in it. But Need for Speed Carbon was one of the best racing games that I've ever played because you had to do your drifts right. Like you had to do your drifts on the highway so you wouldn't like crash or, you know, yeah, you just had to. So you can't hold down the gas pedal too long, otherwise you'll just fly off the like fly off the racetrack and into a ditch. So Need for Speed Carbon, you had to race up against other racers, and it was very, very good. It was very, very good. And if they released it on the PS2, man, I would pick that thing up for the PS2 any day. So, I played it back on the GameCube, but I think it's released on the PS2. So yeah. Let's see what else. Um, yeah, so Need for Speed Carbon was one of the best because you had to race up against other racers and you had to avoid the cops as well while you were like doing all your stuff at night. It was basically a night game and all that stuff, and it was very very good. And you had nitrous on every car and stuff like that. You can do nitrous on every car and stuff like that. But the more premium open world games with cars is the Forza Horizon series, and that is a very good racing series. I played it myself, and it's fantastic. You know that stuff. It's fantastic. So, um, let's see. Need for Speed Carbon was number 7. So what's number 6? Number 6, and at number 6 we have let's see. Um, favorite shoot. No, that should go on the very last. But my favorite, what's my favorite multiplayer game to play with friends? Well, during my youth years over at the middle school and high school years, basically, um, when me and my friend Ben, we would grow up with the Xbox 360. Now it's known as the Xbox Series X. Um, the Xbox 360 had a little game which was called Halo Reach. And Halo Reach was one of the best multiplayer experiences that I've ever had with my friend Ben. I mean, we would just go hours and hours into the night, playing and having really fun and killing each other with like plasma grenades and you know it was such a good time. Um, so yeah, Halo Reach is one of the best games because of its multiplayer and maybe its campaign mode. I'm not sure about the campaign mode, but um, Halo Reach was a blast to play. It was such a blast. And now we have it on the Master Chief Collection. There's no excuse to pick that thing up on PC and start playing, that stuff. And now we have a Halo Infinite. And Halo Infinite is it's pretty good. So I heard it's pretty good. It's a pretty good Halo game. It's kind of like just cause 4 with a grappling hook and you're shooting aliens and it's rated T for teen. So yeah, it's it's pretty good. So yep. So Halo Reach is at number 6, and now we're on to number 5. Number 5 is a I'm gonna put a survival game on the list. Yeah, number 5. And at number 5, we have a very good survival game, in my opinion, which is Fallout 4. Fallout 4 was amazing back in the day. It was an amazing game where you were trying to go on a quest to search for your lost son, and all that stuff. Um, that got abducted during uh, the um, the apocalypse and all that stuff, and you're trying to find him, and you meet wonderful companions along the way, and it's just an overall good storyline to it. And there's creation mode, within the game where you build your own bases, kind of like Minecraft and stuff like that. But you're mostly surviving out in the wasteland, and you'll fight bandits. You'll fight super mutants which are these like ogre guys with shotguns and all that stuff. And I like to be a guy with a gas mask and a trench coat and a sniper rifle in the game. and I just like to go like I just like to do headshots and all that stuff, and with different kind of monsters and things like that through the game, and it was an overall very good experience. So Fallout 4 is my number five, and at number four we have a really special game. Um, and at number four, oh man, we're getting close now, are we? Um, and at number four, we have one of the best. Um, we have one of the best RPGs of all time, and at number four is Skyrim. So Skyrim, you can play it on your Switch, you can play it on your PS4, you can play it on your PS5. You have the backwards compatibility edition of the um, PS4 edition of the game. Um, yeah, Skyrim. It was a little game released back in 2011, and everybody was losing their minds over this game. I was losing my mind over this game because I wanted to play it so bad. I went down to a Radio Shack in my hometown, McCall, and I got Skyrim, and it was one of my very first rated M games ever purchased, and I sunk so many hours into it from 2011 to 2014, 413 hours in this in this game. And now I have it for Switch, but I play it behind my I play it behind my wife's back because she kind of hates Skyrim. So yeah, so but the reason why I love Skyrim so much is because is the open world and the medieval setting of being a Viking and all that stuff, and being a magical sorcerer and all that stuff, and um, creating your own story within between male or female, um, and between a male and female character that you create, and it had one of the best storylines out of any game that I ever played. So Skyrim was totally amazing. So yeah, and now, um, yeah. So now we're at number three. Number three, I gotta, I gotta put this at number three. Um, Number three is a tough one, but I have to go with Mar- uh, with at number three. We have to go with, oh my gosh, number three. We have to go with Mario Party Superstars, or the Mario Party series. Yeah, let's just title them all. Let's go with the Mario Party series. The Mario Party series is one of my favorite party games of all time, and it's by far one of my favorite, especially when it comes to Mario Party 2, because I'm more nostalgic over that game. Um, with um, not because of the dress up, but because of the mini games and the boards and things like that. Um, Mario Party 2 was such a good game, and that's why I have it on my number two list. And I wanted during the pandemic, I was playing Mario Party 2 alone, and I really wanted to play Mario Party 2 with with my wife, which was my fiance at the time, which was my girlfriend at the time. I wanted to play with my wife so bad because now we are Mario huge Mario Party fans. My wife really loves Super Mario Party, and she really loves the movement of the Joy Cons and things like that. And Super Mario Party is good, but I think Mario Party Superstars just nailed it. It just nailed it right out of the park and all that stuff when it came to party games in general. So, and at number two, we have one of the strongest kart racers ever created, and that is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It has to go to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe at the number two spot because Mario Kart 8 Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is such a very impressive game because you go on these like roller coaster tracks with multiple pathways and I mean it's the little details around each track that just gets your mind really happy and all that stuff. And Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is such a good kart racer, and I cannot stop playing it and all that stuff. So, yeah, so Mario Kart 8 is at number two. And now for some honorable mentions Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is one of the best fighting games, celebration of fighting games of all time. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is one of the best fighting games of all time, in my opinion. And because the character roster has expanded and there's multiple fighters, multiple different styles, and good thing my wife picks Daisy or Peach because of their modest clothes, and she does. I don't think she picks Yoshi, but she does pick Jigglypuff. But she does pick Jigglypuff in the N64 version and in Super Smash Brothers Remix and all that stuff. So, yeah. So, anyways, yep. So, um, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate was part of the honorable mentions. Let's include a shooter, and that is GoldenEye 007. GoldenEye 007 is one of the best movie licensed shooters of all time. GoldenEye 007 is one of the best multiplayer shooters of all time back on the N64. So I highly recommend that you gather up a bunch of your friends and go play GoldenEye 007. And what else? What else? What else? What else? Um, let's see. Oh, my favorite Mario game of all time? I think it would have to be Super Mario Odyssey. Super Mario Odyssey is one of the greatest. Go out and play it. It's so good. And now, number one. Number one. We come to the very and I'm just going to rank all these games. I'm going to rank all these games at number one. I'm putting these games in at number one for the entire series, and that it has to go to my number one favorite video game series of all time is the Legend of Zelda series. The Legend of Zelda series is one of my favorite games of all time. One of my favorite video game series of all time, and I'm really passionate about it. And and it really got me into princesses and solving puzzles and you know being a friend to everyone that was around you in the world and helping characters out and even getting stuck in a time loop, a really terrifying time loop from the Majora's Mask game. And so the Legend of Zelda series is my favorite series of all time. But what is like the number one Zelda game for me? That would be Ocarina of Time. Zelda Ocarina of Time is by far one of the best games of all time. So it's dungeon layout, it's open world, it's everything about it just clicks. I mean, the map, the characters, and all that stuff, and yeah. And now we went creative mode on the Legend of Zelda series, which is pretty crazy with Zelda Tears of the Kingdom and all that stuff. And one of the reasons why I love my wife is because of her pointy ears, because she kind of looks like, Zelda and all that stuff. So, yep. So, yep. I, uh, I love my wife because of her pointy ears sometimes, and her beauty and stuff like that, and her face and all that stuff. And I just love Zelda as a princess, because she's willing to protect. She's willing to protect. Um, to protect her kingdom from the evil wizard Ganon and all that stuff. And so and I love the TV show. I love the TV show. It's pretty interesting, stuff once you get into it. And so yeah, it's this yeah, I hope they make a Legend of Zelda movie, because I would see it in Oh, I would see it in theaters. I would have to definitely go to that with my wife and all that stuff if they made an animated version of the Legend of Zelda series. Um, like if they did it in the movies and all that stuff. Um, but yeah, it's one of my favorite series of all time. I mean, I played realistic Zelda with with my buddy Zach Schneider over at the Nazarene over at the Central Church of the Nazarene back in Portland. And we would just play because of this one video game series that we loved so much and all that stuff. And I just you know I think this series kind of got me into princesses. I don't know. I don't know what did. I think it was the Wizard of Oz that got me into girls. Sorry, because of Dorothy, because of Dorothy with her red hair and stuff. It's like I love red haired women. It's like, but anyways, yeah. So, anyways, YouTubers, I gotta go. I gotta wrap this up and I gotta upload this. But yeah, let me know what you guys are top 10 picks of all time and all that stuff. And yeah, so anyways, oh, I forgot Super Mario World. You gotta play Super Mario World. It's one of the best and all that stuff. Anyways, YouTubers, have a fantastic day, and that includes the top 10 games of all time list, 2023 edition. And if I decide to upload this list, like update this list, I'll let you know within the current year that I do my next top 10 games of all time, that stuff. So, anyways, have a fantastic night, YouTubers. I'm gonna go to bed in a little bit after I watch a little bit of 24, one of my favorite TV shows of all time. So yeah, go watch 24. It's pretty good. So anyways, have a fantastic day, YouTubers, and I'll see you guys all later in the next Lincoln Williams Show episode. And I'll be back someday, YouTubers.